Good afternoon, good morning, America, North America, South America, Africa, Asia, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Antarctica. Hopefully, that is all the continents. Europe, did I say? Let me just count. America? No. North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Australia, New Zealand, Antarctica, Asia. I think those are all the continents. Welcome to the live. It is Friday, I think. Hey Google, what day is it today? Hi Fuji.
Today is Friday, January 24th.
Oh my gosh, I was right. Today is Friday. This is the original Physics Friday live. I know it has shifted around a lot. Eventually, well, where it's sort of settled down is that we do nightly lives covering physics, astrophysics, astronomy, cosmology, other things. Over here is Fuji trying to, actually I'm trying to make a whey protein shake for myself during the live, and Fuji is currently, excuse me, we cover astrophysics, astronomy, cosmology, topics mainly Monday through Wednesday nights. Actually, we cover these topics pretty much every day at this point, but sometimes the lives are closer to the afternoon time, sometimes in the evening, and sometimes in the dead of night here on the Eastern Standard Time. So I'm just happy that everybody is here. If you're joining the live, thank you so much. Really appreciate your presence here and your support. Please do like and subscribe, like and share the live. Hit the like button. I'm trying to get at least 10 likes. Thank you so much, and very kind of you to join. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hello, hello, hello. And generally speaking, when I start the lives, like I'll read out all your comments. So if you put something in the chat, I will read your name, I will read your comment, and I'll give you a shout out. And then I generally start my topics of the day. So at first we kind of just hang out and it's chill, and then I start the topic of the day, which today is galaxies. We have been covering the Milky Way galaxy with some time through some of the recent lives, but right now we're actually on some comparisons and other galaxies. And please do let me know if you are here, and welcome again on the live, to the live. And what I'll do in the meantime is also I will share the live on my other device. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hello, Kyle Thomas. How are you? Hello. Hello. I might end up making some whey protein shake, but as people are joining, thank you so much. Yay! Hi, Kyle Thomas says, what's up? Topaz Aditya says, all right, I'm listening. Thank you. Mega Ghost says, what's good? What's good? Yes! What's good is we're going to talk about galaxies. Are you ready? Are you ready for some galaxy talk? And who here knows the name of our own galaxy? Which is we will start with a very simple question. I know you probably know the answer, but put it in the chat if you will. Mega Ghost, yay! Mega Ghost, tell us, what do you know? What's the answer? Milky Way! Mega Ghost and Topaz says Milky Way Galaxy, yes! So it's called Milky Way Galaxy. Our galaxy, or just even the word galaxy generally typically means that we're talking about our galaxy, and there's other names for our neighboring galaxies and other galaxies that we know about. Yes! Hello! Hello, Lavender Bear. Hi! Thank you for joining. Please do stay with us. I'm going to share the live real quick, but yes, please come in, please stay, and welcome to the live. And let me share it real quick over on my laptop here. Hello, Kim. I see your message. It's not super family friendly though. And thank you for being here anyhow. Thank you, everybody. Oh my gosh. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I know Friday nights can be a little slow, but thank you anyhow. Much appreciate that you are here. Okay. Okay, okay. We will share the live. Give me 1 second. Stay with me and give me 1 second. What's your good evening? What's your favorite animal? It is kitty cats, the ones that are my children as well. How about some UFO slash UAP topics? That's a good point. What's your favorite planet? I think it's just Earth, and maybe after Earth, maybe Venus. What's your favorite planet? What's your favorite planet? That's a great question. Let me share the live and also pin the question, what's your favorite planet? I love it. Mega Ghost has asked a very relevant question. So, love it. Let me pin your comment, Mega Ghost. What's your favorite planet? Mega Ghost. Mars? Oh my gosh. Shall we talk a little bit about Mars then? My favorite is dog because I have a little curry dog. Aww. Actually, dogs and cats are both my favorite, but I have cats. Mars! Oh my gosh. Yes, let's talk about Mars. We will definitely talk about Mars. So Mars is a red planet. It has a lot of iron, which has interacted with oxygen. So it is actually a rusty planet. The red color is just rust. And there you go, fun fact about Mars, and we can cover more about Mars. In fact, since you request, we will. Ooh, and also it is 1.52. I'm going to double check this number, but it's 1.52 astronomical units away from the sun. And we on Earth are 1 astronomical units. That's the unit of distance between us and the sun, and Mars is farther away. So it is the last rocky metallic planet. Hi, Kyle. Hi, Mega Ghost. Yes, there is evidence of liquid water erosion on Mars, and currently there is wind erosion on Mars. Indeed, it's a smaller planet than Earth. It's the last rocky metallic planet in the solar system, the order being Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. After that, there's a big gap. There's other things, there's debris. And then the next planet is, of course, Jupiter, which is at 5.2 astronomical units from the sun. So it is 5 times more distant away from the sun than we are on Earth. Yes! Can I say my favorite planet? Of course! Say your favorite planet right now. Absolutely. B&B Bunch says hi, and can I say my favorite planet? Yes! What is your favorite planet? Say your favorite planet. I love it. I'll pin that so that people know that indeed you can say your favorite planet. Oh, is that showing up as a pin? It's Uranus. Okay. So Uranus is pretty far. It's one of the Jovian planets. So we call them rocky metallic planets, are the first 4, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. And then we have the Jovian planets, or the Jupiter-like planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Are you an astronaut? Indeed, I am not yet an astronaut. But do you want to be an astronaut, Mega Ghost? I am not an astronaut. I don't work on the space station or on other spacecraft. So not yet, anyways. Let me see, can we please like the live? My question is, how do you know all of this? Well, I have a book that I can read from. I study astronomy as a hobby, and I also do have a PhD in physics within the subtopic of astrophysics, particle astrophysics, actually. That's how, but I continue to learn as I go, you know, as well. Hello. Hi, Fuji. Hi, Fuji. Mama hears you. Thank you so much. That was for Fuji. Crazy Sick Wine says, hey now. Hello, Crazy. How are you? Diego says, no. No to what, Diego? And are you the guy from DC, guy or girl? And then Mega Ghost is saying, I liked. Thank you. Please do like the live. Really appreciate it if you could. Could we good? Can we get 10 likes? Can we get 10 likes? Can we get 10 likes? Red Cross, let me look over here. Sometimes I have to look at the other screen because the comments are going, are not, the phone doesn't show everything. But Red Cross says, very good morning, scientist. Diego says the laughing emoji. Tell us what's funny. Do you work for NASA? Currently, I do not. You look so young for an astrophysicist. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think that's because I avoid the sun. I've worked a lot of jobs that are extremely indoor. Although I have worked in the field too. But Diego says, yes, ma'am. Yes, DC person. Washington, hello. How is Washington? BNB Bunch says, oh, and I like, thank you. Welcome, 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 welcome everybody to the law live. Welcome one, welcome all. Thank you for being here. I'm good, chilling out. How was your day? Good. I will sub. Thank you. Yes, please do subscribe. How was the kitties? They're good. They're around. They just got their dinner and they are currently maybe wanting a snack, but it's not quite time yet. So I'm waiting to get that. I gotta go to bed now. If you like tomorrow, I watch it. Okay. Yes, I will be live tomorrow as well. I go live pretty much every day now. So we will definitely be live tomorrow. I think tomorrow should be a long live. Like I'll get started in the afternoon and go for the rest of the day till the night until everybody goes out and parties and I'm the only one here on my live still talking. So indeed, we can go live tomorrow. BNB Bunch. Yes, please. Can you subscribe and then press on the bell icon or something like that in order to be notified when I do go live. Frio mucho fruit. So does that mean there's a lot of fruit in DC right now? Okay, good night, BNB Bunch. Everybody else, we're going to stay alive for a while, so don't go anywhere. We will get started on understanding and learning more about Mars in just 1 second because it was requested and I take requests. Absolutely. Where are you exactly? I'm in Boston, Massachusetts. Where are you, Topaz? If you would like to share. Red Cross says, nice, keep it up. Thank you. Catch you later. Bye. Stranger Danger. Hello, Baji's mother. Hello, Mad Hatter. So Mad Hatter has been coming to the lives lately. I think Mad, you were here for the cosmology live and maybe some of the planet lives. So thank you for being here. Love it. And stick around. I'm saying hi to everybody right now, but I'm going to get started on some interesting topics in just 1 second. Diego says very cold. It is very cold. It's cold in Boston too. I've been in the sauna a lot. So somebody asked how my day was. Well, I had some appointments. I scheduled some things, some videos. I did some work. Then I went out. Then I went to the gym. I did the sauna. It's very cold, so the sauna really greatly helps. And then I came home, and then I had to do a few more things here. And then I went live. So here I am. I am live. Hello. Hello. Welcome. Topaz says Jakarta, Indonesia. I love it. I love it. I have not been to Indonesia yet, but I have seen Indonesia from a distance. So when I was young, we went to Singapore, and I think it was from a cruise or something like that that I saw Indonesia in the distance. But I was very young. Mad Hatter says, sounds great. Yay! Don't go anywhere. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God, that's right. I did get sick at the sauna. It's very true. I did get sick at the sauna. Don't mind, guys. I think I'm gonna, I'm a little parched. Actually, let me see. Let me drink some water first. And then you might have to see me make my whey protein shake and drink that too before I do the Mars live. Or the Mars topic. Hello! Welcome, welcome. Don't go. Come in, welcome, and chat. Come in and chat. Do you believe in aliens? That's a great point. So we just covered a topic called exoplanets. within the last few days. So if you go to that live episode, if you go to my live tab and find the episode called Exoplanets, I would say that is where we kind of discuss aliens in the sense that I don't know if I believe in aliens that are contemporary with us, like in the same timeline as us, but I do believe that it's a great possibility. And one way to find out is, of course, to discover more and more exoplanets, and we talk about how to do that in that live. So it's more like my answer to your question is we should research aliens, and we should figure out more about environments that can support aliens. I don't know if I would believe in aliens without doing that. I would believe in researching the topic. I would believe in finding more information out, and I would believe in continuing the search for more and more exoplanets. So far, the results from exoplanets search is very startling. Maybe I should say something about that. So, you know how Earth is great for life, and we are here, and this is awesome. We kind of compared Earth to the other rocky metallic planets, such as Mars, which is somebody's request, and we will talk about Mars more dedicatedly in just a second. But you know how Earth's sort of twin is Venus in size and mass. Earth is a lot more like Venus, or Venus is a lot more like Earth. But because Venus is closer to the sun and its temperature is very high, it's like 700 something kelvins is the temperature on Venus. It is unfortunately does not support liquid water. And that is the reason why Venus has a very thick atmosphere with a lot of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. And being very similar to Venus in other respects, not the temperature respect, but in other respects, we too actually had a sort of poisonous atmosphere at one time with a lot of carbon dioxide. But we're blessed because of our much better, miraculous, magical distance from the sun. We actually support liquid water. In fact, we have oceans of them, which actually do a really good job of converting carbon dioxide to rock. So that's why we've cleaned up the atmosphere and made it much more breathable here on Earth. So even if you, so that's just to say, one way of saying that, one way of putting it is that even if you found a planet that is a lot like Earth, maybe in mass, maybe in size, other things, it would still be difficult. Like look at Venus, it is a lot like Earth. In many ways, sometimes called our twin in the solar system, but it does not support life because Venus has retained its very carbon dioxide rich atmosphere. So I love that Venus has an atmosphere. That's great because, you know, that's good. But unfortunately, its atmosphere has a lot of carbon dioxide, which is not breathable by us. If it had oceans like us, that carbon dioxide would have been absorbed in the water and converted to limestone, actually. So there's this like really cool, interesting to me, couple of reactions that lead to absorption of carbon dioxide by liquid water and conversion to limestone, which of course sinks to the bottom of the ocean and then contributes to rock. So here on Earth, because of our environment, because of, you know, our distance from the sun, our temperature, we were able to convert all this carbon dioxide, a lot of the carbon dioxide, which we also used to have, into rock, which is so much better than having to breathe it. And then we supported plant life, and then plants also helped to clean up the atmosphere by converting carbon dioxide to oxygen. So that's just a way the Egyptians used limestone to make the pyramids. Did you know that? I did not know that. Thank you for sharing that. Love the way your mind works. I can tell you love your profession. Brilliant. Thank you. Yes, I love astronomy, astrophysics, cosmology, and physics in general. Physics has a lot of parts, but the ones that I just mentioned, astrophysics, astronomy, and cosmology are my favorites, and particle astrophysics, of course. So yes, so speaking of exoplanets, even if you found a planet that looked a lot like Earth, because we wouldn't know all the details about it right away, Venus is our close neighbor. So understanding and knowing about Venus is a lot easier than even something that's farther away. Fuji's over there getting up to some trouble. Oh my gosh. So understanding a planet that's farther away is, of course, much much harder than something like our twin planet Venus. But so now imagine finding planets that are in completely different star systems, that are in completely, they're rotating around other stars that is away, that is other than the sun, because we are in the solar system, sun is our star. But so even the closest stars other than the sun are, first of all, quite far away, quite a bit far away. I think the number that comes to mind is something like 270,000 astronomical units is the closest star. I should double check that number though. Don't take my word for it. Double check that number. We did cover distances of the closest stars other than Sun in one of the episodes where I was referencing the book. But right now I'm just kind of remembering it. But if you double check it, I believe that is the distance of Proxima Centauri and the Alpha Centauri A and B system. As in, that system is close together. They're not quite the exact same distance away from us, but that system is close together. So, then imagine finding planets around those other stars. And we saw that there were a lot of challenges, actually, like different methods of finding these planets, such as transit method, like when the planet transits over the star, and we try to we called it demiflux, like when the flux goes down, we try to capture that and measure that, and that's one way. Or we can try to see the effect that the planet actually has on the star that it's orbiting, and see how, like, its radial velocity or something might change. And that's another way of seeing if there is a planet, if another way of discovering exoplanets, so to speak. So are wormholes real? Yes or no? They are real in the book Alice in Wonderland. The fiction Alice in Wonderland, a wonderful piece of work, does have wormholes in it. Wormholes real? Yes or no? They are real in theory. So we have theories on wormholes, such as the Einstein-Rosen bridge, as old as, obviously now it's been over 100 years at this point. Maybe it's a little less than 100 years, because he might have worked on it a little bit later in life. But we do have the theory of wormholes, or the Einstein-Rosen bridge, that you're welcome to look up. But I personally don't know if they have ever been tested or experimentally confirmed. That would be kind of difficult. So we can confirm folding of space is real. Folding of space. So what do you mean by that? We can confirm that general theory of relativity is real. We can confirm that massive objects bend space and time and produce gravitational waves by measuring them. At this point, we have both indirect and direct measurement of gravitational waves. So that is real, but I don't know if wormholes have been experimentally observed or tested. Okay? And in fact, that is one of the reasons why string theory is a bit of a question, because it's difficult to experimentally test string theory and superstring theory, because those involve more dimensions than the ones we experience. We experience, as human beings, we experience 4 dimensions, which is just the 3 spatial dimensions and 1 time dimension. So you can see how there would be some issues if you are requiring a theory to, say, have 11 dimensions or something like that. It's just so far not possible to test out. But that doesn't make something unreal. It's just the theory can exist, but you still have to make it testable, which can be unfairly difficult for certain things. Okay, such as superstring theory. Have you watched The Power of 10? That sounds very familiar. What are your thoughts on mathematicians? Do physicists and What are your thoughts on mathematicians? Do physicists and mathematicians see eye to eye? The theory is that space is folded, and hence why wormholes could exist. So if physicists and mathematicians always saw eye to eye, I think we would have a Nobel Prize in mathematics. I believe we do not. We have the field medal. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. Peter Burns says, you're glowing today, radiating beauty, I hope. Thank you. Welcome, Australia. Hello. Hello, Asia, Australia, Africa, New Zealand, Antarctica, Europe, North America, and South America. Hello. If she puts on eyeliner, you'll never leave. Oh, gosh. I didn't realize that eyeliner was the crux of the issue here. So let me continue. So, in other words, after all the different things that I was, talking about, basically, exoplanets are very difficult. First of all, the measurement methods of exoplanets can be incredibly challenging. And then I wanted to share with you, I think somebody asked about the aliens, which is that exoplanets, the ones that we have discovered 300 some. At this point, it could be more. We have already discovered hundreds of exoplanets. But guess what the startling thing is about these exoplanets? Guess what the startling result is about these exoplanets? We haven't found a lot of Earth-like exoplanets. What we have found are what we call hot Jupiters and hot Neptunes. So, very, very, very exciting and interesting finding indeed, where we basically have been finding planets that are big and hot and crazy like Jupiter. Like Jupiter has a mass which is 318 times the mass of Earth. It is the most massive planet in the solar system, and it's extremely huge and big and very different from the other planets. We club it together with Saturn a little bit, but it's really its own, it belongs to its own league and kind of does its own things. We have TikTok and Facebook. We don't know anything about what? What are you talking about? She is a natural beauty. Who? We have TikTok. Who are you talking about? What are you talking about? So all of that is to say that, first of all, finding Jupiters and Neptune, or planets that are sort of like Jupiters and Neptunes, are easier. We're more likely to find those. Our current methods are more biased towards finding those planets. But also what we found, which is startling, is that how close they were to their home star. So not only are we finding these hot Jupiters and hot Neptunes, we're finding them to be very much closer to their sun, to their star, which, as you know, I just mentioned, our Jupiter is at 5.2 astronomical units from the sun, and we're at 1. So it's much farther out. So we think that there's some other, it's very tricky for something as big as Jupiter to really form and do its thing as close to the sun as we are finding these exoplanets where they're located. So we think that they are pulled inward through a different process or method, and we talked about that under the Exoplanets live. So if you're interested, you should definitely, after this live, don't go now, but after this live, you should go, you should subscribe here, and you should go find the Exoplanets live under my live tab, because we talked about all of this in a lot of detail. And we saw that the startling result was we found hot Jupiters and hot Neptunes mostly as the exoplanets, and they were very close to their home star, which our Jupiter and Neptune are not. And we think that's because the materials that make up our Jovian planets are going to condensate at a farther distance from the sun. The environment for their formation is naturally farther away from the sun, and they're also made up of materials that condensate at cooler temperatures, and they're also as big as they are because of all these different reasons. The geometry and the distance from the sun is very important. So we think that, gosh, oh gosh, in these other star systems, there's something else there could be some exchange of angular momentum happening and pulling of the hot Jupiter closer to their star. So all these types of very interesting results came out of the exoplanets in answer to your question about aliens. If there are aliens, we expect, it would be good to find other planets where that could support life, and or even show evidence of life. So the other thing I think also is that, for example, Mars has evidence of liquid water in the past. So just because it doesn't have liquid water now doesn't mean that it could not have had it in the past at some point and may have supported life at some point in the past. So that's the other thing. When we find, say, new planets too, exoplanets and whatnot, it's not necessary that they have to have life right now. It's more important to see if there was ever an environment that could have supported life. But all of it is very difficult when you consider exoplanets because they're so far away. Yeah, so that was the, we were looking for exoplanets. We were looking, maybe thinking, let's see, do we find other Earth-like planets or not? Because of course, when you look for exoplanets, if you find an Earth-like planet, I mean, gosh, wouldn't that be a huge piece of news? But what we found is this startling result of finding more hot Jupiters and hot Neptune like exoplanets than Earth like ones. So we basically, from that, we gleaned that actually maybe we are kind of special. It could be that the results are simply kind of biased at this point because of the methods deployed to find these exoplanets. Hello, Ben. Wade says, yes, haven't heard the term you used. Which term? We traded human advancement for, oh, thoughts on element 115. I don't think I know what that is. Wade Harris, the Moscovium, what's that? Hi, Combat Sport. Hi, Crazy. So yeah, I don't know which. Oh, okay. Maybe you're still talking about that element. It's new to me. Thank you for sharing. So that's the thing with the exoplanets is that if I promise you, if we find something that is Earth-like, we will see the news, and I will share it hopefully here very soon. But so far, the searches have revealed more hot Jupiters and hot Neptunes, and so we don't know. Like, so for example, our Jupiter and our Neptune are not exactly very friendly towards life. But then there's also the other matter of their moons. So real quick, since you asked one question and I keep talking for 30 minutes, but basically, to give you the comprehensive answer about the aliens is that even in our own solar system, there is a lot of ongoing research about, for example, the moons of the Jovian planets. So the moons of Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And these moons are sort of, I don't want to call them worlds because worlds are generally planets, but these moons are very interesting. And one of them is, of course, a huge interest point, which is Europa, a Galilean moon of Jupiter. It's the second Galilean moon from Jupiter. Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto are the 4 Galilean moons of Jupiter. And Europa, all of the moons of Jupiter. So now we're just considering Jupiter, which is a planet, a very special planet in our solar system. And all of this is to say, even our solar system has so much diversity, so much variety, so much to learn still. And the distances are not trivial, even in our own solar system. To go and learn a lot, even about the moons of Jupiter, is not a trivial project. Of course, it's underway at this point, and places like Jet Propulsion Lab is constantly studying this topic. But even understanding, even understanding more about Europa will help to answer that alien question that somebody asked here. And that's why it's important to pursue it. And a lot of people probably, after all the exoplanet discovery work, probably there were a lot of researchers who felt, well, maybe I should stick with our own solar system and probe Europa more for the next, 40 years than try with exoplanets just because they're so far. And we seem to find those other very different planets more and more. I heard a conspiracy that Elon wants to get to Mars because there's lithium there he could mine. Lithium. Okay. Well, all I will say with that is that when the universe got started, in the Big Bang made hydrogen. Yeah, I get what you're saying. The Big Bang made, amongst baryons, the Big Bang mostly had the cosmic plasma made of photons, positrons, and electrons, some neutrinos, which had a bit of a breakup with the cosmic plasma. But very quickly, the Big Bang nucleosynthesis, as far as baryons go, gave us hydrogen and helium and very trace amounts of lithium. So lithium, lithium may be something on Mars. Not that I know, but maybe Elon knows something about the lithium there, and lithium is you know a lighter element, so it could be. All of that is to say that how we need stars to make pretty much all the elements heavier than hydrogen. But Big Bang gave us hydrogen, helium, more hydrogen. Mostly we just have hydrogen in the universe. So if he wants hydrogen, the universe is a great place to find it. The most abundant element in the universe is still just hydrogen. But then helium is the next one, and then lithium is just the number 3 atomic number element. So if he's looking for lithium, even the Big Bang made a little bit of it. Maybe he could go all the way back to the beginning of the universe where there was no competition, and he could find some there. But now I'm just being a little funny. Too many big jazz planets like Jupiter close to their stars. That is weird because we don't find the same model. Yes, exactly. So combat sport, you're exactly right. Hi, Harper. Hi, Topaz. So in theory, how many Earth-like planets are there in the Milky Way? We don't know. We don't know. We've only found hundreds of exoplanets, just total what we've found so far. So I can give you a better answer to how many stars we think there are in this galaxy. But as far as the planets, that's very difficult. We don't know. We don't know how many Earth-like. I mean, and so far we have mostly found the hot Jupiter and Neptune-like planets. So there could be something similar, or maybe none. I don't know too many examples. Maybe I just don't know, but I also think that we don't know how many total there are, because planets are very difficult. Planets are not as luminous, right? The way we know, so if you consider Venus to be Earth-like, then yeah. We have Venus in our own solar system. So if you're thinking about finding more Venuses, but even finding more Venuses is not something that happens very often. It's more likely that you will find a hot Jupiter or a hot Neptune with the current methods. So we always see the same side. Yes. Is it true that our moon is the only moon in our solar system that doesn't spin? We always see the same side. So our moon, we can talk about our moon. But seeing the same side also has to do with its period. Is it possible to find... Oh, is it possible to find... I don't get notifications when you're live. Oh, no. You should... hopefully you're subscribed and hit the bell icon. Maybe that will help. We don't know, or they don't want us to know. Oh, the Earth-like? So, thank you. Do other moons rotate planets the same way ours does? No. So, all the moons are very... okay, let me try to give a summary answer. So, it's a very good question that you're asking. Our solar system has 7 giant moons. There are a lot of moons. So, just to kind of, summarize it, it's difficult to know. In fact, more moons of Jupiter are getting discovered all the time. So Jupiter has like 60 plus moons. The Jovian planets, which is Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, have a lot of moons. So I don't know if you're interested in every moon. More moons are getting discovered all the time. But now let's talk about the giant moons, the biggest moons in the solar system. So there are 7 biggest moons in the solar system, and ours is actually one of them. So even though we just have the one moon, which makes us a little bit not special, because lots of planets have more than one moon, we are special in the sense that our moon is a giant moon, and it's of course very pretty. It's also kind of special that our moon and us, Earth, don't seem to have the same history. What we're made of, the composition of Earth and the composition of moon are kind of different. and also point towards a different history. So we may have been, there are some theories of the how we even got this moon, and one of the theories is that something else merged with us, another planetoid or something, and contributed further to our iron core, and then something ejected out from our mantle and the surface, closer to the surface of the earth, and made the moon, which then started to orbit around us. Our moon was not placed exactly, but came out of us, came out of the earth, but from closer to the surface. Our moon did not, all of this is to say, our moon did not inherit our iron core. And our moon did not inherit some of the diversity in our richness in our rocks, just period. And it's less dense than us and things like that. So there are more types of rocks and materials even on our surface than the moon has. Moon is very special. We can talk about the moon as well. So our moon, and also some of the other systems like Jupiter's moon systems, the way they orbit their planet and how our moon orbits our planet, there are differences and things like that. So yes, so we actually talked about the giant moons over the course of a few lives. I think I have a live called Giant Moons that you can check out as well. But yeah, it's very interesting. Our moon does not follow the same kind of orbit as the other giant moons. It's quite different. In fact, let me grab some notes on our moon. That would help. I'm loving all your questions, so let me tell you some more things. So, here it is. A giant impact between the Earth and a Mars-sized planetoid seems the best way to account for the current Earth-Moon system. In the case of Neptune's satellite Triton, so by the way, Triton has a retrograde orbit. We talked about this under the giant moons live. We saw how, so the 7 giant moons, of course, we have one, so there's moon. Then we have Jupiter's 4 Galilean moons, are the giant moons. So Io, Europa, Ganymede, Callisto, Saturn's Titan, and Neptune's Triton, so Triton. Those are the giant moons. And yes, they're very kind of different from each other. Just because they're all giant moons doesn't mean that they will necessarily be similar to each other. They're quite different. Even the moons of Jupiter, the 4 moons I mentioned of Jupiter, are very different from each other even. So that's what I meant earlier when I said that there's a lot of diversity and variety even in our own solar system. So there's a lot to learn just even by observing and, putting detectors and things like that to measure more things about our own solar system. Europa is one of them because Europa's surface looks a little bit like the surface of our Arctic region. So we think that there is ice and then there's subsurface water on Europa, which would make it a very interesting site indeed, and whatnot. So, and then Io, which is the first moon of Jupiter, the first Galilean moon, has a lot of active volcanoes. So completely different. So those are both moons of Jupiter that are very, very different from each other. Io is the most geologically active site in the solar system. It's constantly experiencing a lot of tides by being close to Jupiter, and Jupiter basically trying to rip apart its insides, basically. Like we get tides because of our moon, right, on the oceans. So that's from our moon. The moon is smaller than us. Now imagine if you were a moon of Jupiter and the Jupiter is so big and you're close to it, your life is just completely different. You will have tides that are like very extreme, and it leads to a lot of active volcanoes. And so another feature is that the sites that have a lot of active volcanoes, tides, more volcanoes actually don't show as much impact craters because those have been paved over. So lots of details, like lots of differences in the different worlds and moons, even in our own solar system. So I should say that probably out of all of this, a lot of people are really interested in the moon of Jupiter. First of all, because of all the challenges with all the distances and things like that, and also because if something is showing somewhat of a promise, then we should go after it, like Europa, because you never know what you'll find with these other exoplanets and systems, because what we are finding so far from our limited knowledge of exoplanets, because hundreds of planets is really not that many, when there are billions of stars in the galaxy itself, in our own galaxy itself, there are billions. I think we said something like 200 billion stars in our galaxy. Again, double check that, but we have a lot of stars. And so exoplanets around other stars, there could be a lot. And so it just scratches the surface when you found the first 300, 400 exoplanets. But so far, it seems like our galaxy, or sorry, our solar system is not necessarily something that we find very commonly. And also note that it's sort of the period of evolution that we are in this solar system too that makes us special. We are here because we are here now. If the sun were to evolve into a different stage of its life cycle, if the earth still had a lot of carbon dioxide, if if, like, depending on what was happening, depending on which giga year you're in, because we're over 4 billion years old, depending on which era of that you're in, you could experience a very different type of environment, even in this solar system. So just because we're, the stuff that we're finding, it might just be like that now. It could have been something else before, and to find it right now in a way that supports life, that's pretty tough. So, okay, hopefully that helps. So many unusual features of the solar system can be attributed to giant impacts. This is what I was saying, so I'll read this part a bit. It is only within the last few decades that astronomers have realized that some of the more unusual properties of solar system bodies can best be explained by giant impacts that occurred relatively late in the formation of the solar system. And again, late by what means? Late as in, if the solar system was formed over 4 billion years ago, we mean maybe after the first 3 billion years or something. So everything is always evolving. We are thinking of it in terms of our time and like our lifetime, but remember, with galaxies and things like that, it's really more about the giga years. You can't really think about a human timeline, or like a decade or 40, four decades, 50 years, 60 years, 100 years is very short in the scale of the galaxy and the universe. You might want to think more about giga years, in the which billion year period did something happen or not. That's more the timeline. Like, we're in a good part. We're in a billion year part where we can be here. But there could have been a time, there was a time when even this solar system was not so friendly. So let's talk about this giant impact. So these giant impacts that occurred relatively late in the formation of the solar system, giant impacts seem to be the best way to account for the relatively large satellites of small planets. In the case of the Earth-Moon system, the non-equatorial orbit of the moon and the differences in surface composition between the Earth and the moon. So that's what I was mentioning. There are differences in the surface composition of the Earth and the moon. We have more diversity. If the moon was made out of us, why doesn't the moon also have that same composition? That's because our histories are different. The histories of these objects are quite different. A giant impact between the Earth and a Mars-sized planetoid seems the best way to account for the current Earth-Moon system. In the case of Neptune's satellite Triton, another moon, its retrograde motion strongly argues that it is a captured body. So we think that Triton was just wandering in the solar system. It could have been part of debris or a planetesimal. So planetesimal is a word which means it's basically, think of it as debris. It could be asteroids, comets, some other type of debris as the solar systems are forming. Like we didn't come fully formed, right? We didn't, Earth was not always fully formed. It was still forming at some point and condensating and becoming, we're seeing a very formed solar system at this point. But actually, even now, there's evolution going on. There's constantly evolution going on and more formation happening. But there was a time probably when Triton, the now Triton, was a rogue planetesimal that was captured by Neptune for it to be so the most obvious, or sorry, it's a captured body. The most obvious way of slowing Triton sufficiently for it to be captured by Neptune is to have it collide with a satellite already orbiting that planet. So the other thing is, how do you just capture something? If it's flying through the solar system, then it has a lot of velocity. So what happened? So, why did it slow down and start to orbit Neptune, right? To become a moon, you'd have to start orbiting a certain planet. So in this case, we think that maybe the obvious thought would be that slowing Triton sufficiently for it to be captured by Neptune is to have it collide with a satellite already orbiting that planet. In addition, the retrograde rotation of Venus, so Venus rotates retrogradely, and the sideways rotation of Uranus is best accounted for by impacts with large bodies that severely altered the orientation of their rotation axes. So sometimes being basically being impacted quite literally by the large bodies that might have been flying around in the solar system while things were still forming more than now, forming more than more in formation mode than we are in now. All these collisions and impacts could have altered things as well. On bodies with the oldest surfaces, we see clear, direct evidence for major collisions in the impact basins on the Moon, Mercury, and Callisto. So the bodies that still show us impact craters, of course, also give us evidence that these things happen. There was a period of heavy bombardment. We call that a period of heavy bombardment, an era of lots of these impacts happening. And if you didn't have active volcanoes paving over your surface, then those impacts still remain and we can still see them as craters, such as like on our own moon. So the moon doesn't have volcanoes. And so, when it was impacted and made those craters, well, we still see that. So it's a very old surface, so to speak, old surface. Oh, so by the way, that's another reason why the moon's composition is different. It does not have volcanoes and other things happening like on Earth after its formation. I'll get to you. Collisions with large objects can have a global impact on a planet's topography, as the Caloris Basin on Mercury attests. At the antipodes of the Caloris Basin, the surface has been shattered into chaotic terrain by the converging seismic waves set off by the impact. That's another example. For clarification, a giant object hit the Earth, bounced off, and a piece became our moon, or a chunk of Earth broke off and became our moon. So it didn't bounce off. It partly got absorbed into the Earth, and partly part of the Earth was ejected out to become our moon. Yes, correct in that sense. So giant object hit the Earth, part of it got absorbed into the Earth, it contributed to our Earth, and then a part of Earth, because of this collision, was ejected out more closer from the surface in order to make the moon. That's a theory. That's basically the the most reasonable theory we think of about our moon and how we got it. So, and let me go to our moon actually, because that will also help with this. Thank you. Thank you, Wade. Thank you for your answers. You seem lovely and intelligent. I have to go, but I'll be subscribing. Thank you. Yes, please do subscribe. And can we get 20 likes? Please do subscribe. Thank you so much. And can we get 20 likes? And wait, before you go, I was actually going to pull up the picture for you to show you how our moon was made. So let me just show you that real quick before you leave. I understand your curiosity about our moon. It is very, very interesting indeed. So give me 1 second. So see that? So let me just orient you. So the picture here is showing 4 frames, okay? So at 0 minutes, the thing is about to hit us. At 4.2 minutes, it has hit us. At 8.4 minutes, we have started to break a little bit from the surface-ish and the mantle-ish parts of the Earth. And then at 12.5 minutes, and this is, by the way, a simulation. So this is a theory, and we've simulated this to kind of give you the, to get this picture and see how it would work in this simulation. So I should say the caption here, 4 frames at intervals of 4.2 minutes of a computer simulation of the impact that ejected the moon. In the upper left panel, the arrow indicates the initial velocity of the impacting protoplanet. So basically, we're saying we think this is what happened, and we simulated it out as a research topic, to see what the simulation gives us, and we put physics into that simulation. Okay, so you'll see those steps here now. That should help. So there's the protoplanet hitting the Earth, and see how this protoplanet has a core as well. It has an iron core. So we think that our iron core was further contributed to from this protoplanet. It comes in with the velocity, then it starts to, it's hit us, it's colliding, it's making this type of impact, and then it starts to break us a little bit, and it's going to get absorbed into our core. Its core will differentiate as well and merge with our core, because the heavier things sink to the center. So if it came in with the core of iron, we will absorb that iron, and it will chemically differentiate in our body of the Earth here to also go towards the middle. And then, because of all this collision and breaking, this part, which is part of the mantle and the surface of the Earth, gets ejected out and becomes the moon. So that's why. Now, why did we need this type of theory and simulation? Because the moon does not have an iron core, and we do. So if me as in us, Earth, if Earth and moon, that's awesome. Thank you. Of course, yes, no worries. Thank you, and please like the live. If the Earth and the moon were made at the same time, from the same process or the same history, why doesn't the moon have an iron core? So these are the reasonings. We have an iron core, a substantial metallic core. The moon does not. So, and the moon has, a different surface. It's got less things on its surface, stuff like that. Now, that is fine because we have volcanoes, the moon does not. So it's okay. And also that tells us that the moon, the craters itself is a evidence that the moon's surface is older than our surface, because we have volcanoes and we pave over things, and we have, oceans, rivers, winds, all that stuff also changing our geography, changing our surface, whereas the moon does not have a lot of that happening. So the Earth is much more active than the moon geologically. And geology majors will tell you more about the Earth, but Earth is a very living, breathing, active site in the solar system still, as you know, of course. The moon is not, okay? So the moon will give you sort of a look at an older time. So it's cool in that sense. When you go to the moon and you land on it, and we actually have rocks and stuff from the moon that we brought back from the moon landing mission, and we saw that rock is different and it's older. Look at this. Suji is right here. Hi, Suji. Suji really likes my lotion, so she is licking me. Hi, Babu. Look at Suji. Oh my gosh, she likes this. Hi. My daughter is trying to eat me, but that's okay. Oh my gosh, she does not like direct hugs though, especially on camera. Thank you. Okay, so now let me see some of your other questions today. I really appreciate everybody's questions today. Very nice of you. Thank you so much for asking these questions. It makes the live go, much more livelier like, and I get to kind of, discuss things and put things in perspective a lot more. Is it possible to cross wormholes to reach another star system? So I'll still get to you with that. Combat sport. Hi, Reese. Hi, Sajin. Hello. Okay, let's talk about wormholes. So, I know that this was asked already in the past. I think Combat Sports has asked it, and then someone else asked it too. It might have been, was it Alice in Wonderland time? Yes! Was it Boss who asked it? Thank you so much for liking the live. Can we get 20 likes? Thank you so much for liking the live. Can we get 20 likes? So we've been reviewing some of the planet and moon stuff of our solar system, and I reviewed the exoplanets, but we will talk about wormholes because it's definitely come up, and for sure, sorry, I was reading a message. Sorry. So let's talk about wormholes because why not, right? So, the thing with general relativity is that so let me give you a little bit of, if you're still interested, hopefully the wormhole people are still in the live. I know we talked about planets and moons and exoplanets for a bit, but let's now go back to the 20th century. So we know that the year 1905 was extremely amazing for Einstein. He had some career issues. He was actually having difficulty finding a permanent academic job and things like that. His educational background was kind of bumpy as well, even though he's very smart, but he had some issues in the school system in Germany. He had to go to, hi Suji, to Switzerland, if I'm remembering correctly. Hopefully I am and not making a fool of myself, but there were some issues like that with his schooling and also in getting a permanent job in academia, and he worked at the patent office. But the year 1905 was extremely remarkable because he came out with 4 extremely amazing papers that gave us some extremely amazing results. Special theory of relativity was one of them. Photoelectric effect is the other one, and whatnot. But then to answer, I'm giving you a little history before we talk about wormholes. Okay, so that's what's happening here. So after doing the special theory of relativity, he realized that, well, this is an explanation. This is the updated theory of E&M, electricity and magnetism, speed of light, how light is a wave, and electric and magnetic fields when they're changing and all that stuff. That's basically light. So it's the more updated, more insightful theory of light and its wave nature, and E&M, electricity and magnetism. And of course, it also gives us a lot of insight from this basic fact that the speed of light in vacuum is a constant, and nothing can go faster than it except for light, of course, and the photons that are the light particles. And light has a wave and particle duality, and so on and so forth. Hi, Suji. Hello. Yes, I love your butt. Thank you so very much. So that's what the special theory of relativity is. It gave us this speed of light is a fundamental constant of nature, especially, speed of light in vacuum, of course. And it gave us the relative nature of space and time, and it gave us mass energy equivalence, E equals mc squared, all that stuff. But he was not very happy with the fact that the special theory of relativity requires inertial frames. So if a thing is not if the frame is going at a constant speed, or it's an inertial frame, that's where special theory of relativity works. It doesn't work for accelerating frames. And guess what? We are on accelerating frames. Gravitation makes you accelerate. So he realized that he has to work on a more general theory, and that gave us the general theory of relativity, and it also became the more updated theory now of gravitation. So as he's doing all of this, and we now have a more updated theory for electromagnetism and light and now gravitation, quantum mechanics has also come a long way, made a lot of leaps and bounds, lots of progress. What do you mean by frames? Doro not in tonight. I haven't seen him tonight. Frames is basically, so say we're on Earth. Your speed, your measurement of length and time is kind of dependent on which reference system. So frame, by that I mean reference system. Which reference system are you in? Your measurements are based on which reference system. That's what I meant by frame. It's just really reference system. That's what I'm talking about. And what special theory of relativity remarkably gave us is that regardless of the reference system, the speed of light in vacuum is a constant. So that's C is C in all reference systems. Even if you go, so say for example, if you go at a speed of 0.3 C, then that's a sort of different reference system than what I'm in. Like say I'm at rest, compared to what, you might ask, right? Say compared to some reference system we've agreed on, I'm at rest, and you're going at 0.3 C. So, those are that's what I mean by the frames, inertial frames, reference systems. So if you go at a constant speed of 0.3 C, so then that's an inertial reference system because you're going at a constant speed. If you were to accelerate, then it would not be an inertial reference system anymore. Okay, so if you're at rest, which is a constant speed of 0, or if you are at some other value of a constant speed, then that's an inertial frame. Okay, so now I want to mention that after working on special theory of relativity and general theory of relativity, and also seeing the great progress being made in quantum mechanics, which was both bizarre and interesting and successful, he was greatly motivated. Einstein and others were greatly motivated to come up with a more grand unification theory, or a grand unified theory, which would unify all these different concepts of gravitation, electromagnetism, quantum mechanics, and such. Some of these people were not very happy, actually, with the bizarreness of quantum mechanics. If it were less successful experimentally, it might be dead by now, but it was fortunately, I would say, very successful. It described the hydrogen atom. It just gave us successful measurement results. And so even though it was strange, people could not disregard it. And quantum mechanics kept growing, and now it has grown more and more, and now we have particle physics, and here we are in the more advanced times. But I'm talking about the 20th century, like 1910s and 20s and 30s, and at that time it was a big deal to be in the quantum mechanics camp side of things. So I wanted to mention all of these things. This is the backdrop of the Einstein-Rosen bridge. Okay, so now let me do some reading to further illuminate, hopefully, because I'm not a big oh, I love this stuff so much. All right, where is a student? I'm trying to remember the part which talked about this. So give me 1 second. So this, by the way, this is the other book is my regular book, but this is actually a popular science book. It's called Einstein's Cosmos by the author Michio Kaku. And so I grabbed this to talk about the Einstein-Rosen bridge really quickly because somebody asked about the wormholes. Hi, Mega Ghost. I'm back. Good. Give me 1 second. I'll find it. There is a spot in this book where he talks about Einstein-Rosen bridge, and I want to find that spot because wormholes, yes, because I don't want to talk about it from my own experience, which is heavily lacking in wormholes. Well, okay, so string theory superstring theory is a candidate of a grand unification theory. So string theory has sort of a different explanation of the particles and all these different properties of quantum mechanics, such as spin and things like that are different for different particles. So it is an attempt to unify. It's basically an attempt to find a more general theory that can explain quantum mechanics and explain particle physics without needing quantum mechanics. Because say if you don't like quantum mechanics, you're not quite okay with it, then you might want to find a more general topic, a more general theory that can subsume it. But if you're not successful at finding the more general theory, then you just have to stick with quantum mechanics, which is what we're doing right now. We don't have a more general theory, but we can still talk about wormholes. Okay, so wormholes, whether there are parallel universes, whether all of that is a thing or not, is unknown as far as I know. But I wanted to give you at least some definition or something because it has come up. Where is the spot? I completely forget. And this book, unfortunately, does not have an index. So multiverse would prove wormholes. We don't because we don't know more. Yes, we don't. We really don't know more. Like what I'm about to find here is also just a theory. There's no way to test. Well, I don't want to say there's no way because there could be a way, but as far as I know so far, we don't know. And we don't know a way to test it. Maybe there just isn't a unification of the theories in the quantum world, just works differently to the big stuff. Yes, I pretty much accept that. I wish I had astronomy for a class period. You should take astronomy. You could take it at a college, like even without for a degree, or you could just come to my lives. Our theories have limited evidence. Did you know you can be a star? Me? Thank you. Or are you saying that we come from stars? We do all come from stars. Stardust. We are made of star stuff, that's for sure. Okay, I can't find it. Let's just read some of this because I think it will help. So we talked about the black hole stuff. I see. Hi, Azizbek. I can't, I'm in 7th grade. Ah, I see. I really think that there should be a way to take college classes, even when you're in school. But we cover a lot of astronomy, Mega Ghost. So you're welcome to this live anytime. We cover a ton of astronomy, so I'm very glad you're here. And whenever I go live, I will take your questions. You can ask any astronomy questions you like, and I will try to answer them. Absolutely. Thank you for coming to the live. Okay, so after the black hole stuff, and then he went to the US, and then he focused again on grand unification theory. He felt lonely because most people were then working on quantum mechanics. I'm trying to find the spot. What would Einstein think of superstring? You know what? All of this is interesting. Why don't we just talk about it all? Why don't we just talk about this all? Oh, this is so cool. Okay, forget it. Okay, I'm just gonna read this part. So, oh. Is this it? Azikov to bed. Ooh, can we get 20 likes? Can we get 20 likes? Ooh, let's talk about this. Oh, here it is. I found it. Here it is. Oh, I found it. In 1963, story time. Hi, Azizbek, Azikov. Can we get 20 likes? In 1963, research in black holes received a boost when New Zealand mathematician Roy Kerr generalized Schwarzschild's black hole to include spinning black holes. So this is something about the black holes. It's all good. It's a good story. Since everything in the universe seems to be spinning, and because objects spin faster when they collapse, it was natural to assume that any realistic black hole would be spinning at a fantastic rate. Much to everyone's surprise, Kerr found an exact solution of Einstein's equations in which a star collapsed into a spinning ring. Gravity would try to collapse the ring, but centrifugal effects could become sufficiently strong to counteract gravity, and the spinning ring would be stable. What most puzzled relativists was that if you fell through the ring, you would not be crushed to death. Gravity was actually large but finite at the center, so you could, in principle, fall straight through the ring into another universe. Here it is, guys, the thing you asked for. A journey through the Einstein-Rosen bridge would not necessarily be a lethal one. We don't know if they're there, but here we go. If the ring were large enough, one might enter the parallel universe safely. Physicists immediately began to pick apart what might happen if you fell into a Kerr black hole. So this guy, this person's name is Kerr. An encounter with such a black hole would certainly be an unforgettable experience. In principle, it might give us a shortcut to the stars, transporting us instantly into another part of the galaxy, or perhaps another universe entirely. So these are all theories still, but that's the story. As you approach the Kerr black hole, you would pass through the event horizon, so you would never be able to go back to where you started so remember, if you enter a black hole, you cannot escape it. So just be very certain before you do that. Unless there was another Kerr black hole that connected the parallel universe back to our universe, making a round trip possible. Also, there were problems with stability. One could show that if you fell through the Einstein-Rosen bridge, the distortions of space-time that you created might force the Kerr black hole to close up. Maybe it would close up, making a complete journey through the bridge impossible. As strange as the idea of a Kerr black hole was, acting as a gateway or portal between two universes, it could not be dismissed on physical grounds because black holes are indeed spinning very rapidly. However, it soon became apparent that these black holes not only connected two distant points in space, but also connected two times as well, acting as time machines. There you go, guys. Kerr black holes. So the fact that black holes bend space-time, yes, of course, from general relativity, we know that. Anything supermassive will bend space-time around it. That's the explanation of gravitation. Gravitation is not a force in general relativity, it's the bending of space-time. The sun is bending space-time so that we orbit it. Black holes are even more massive, depending on which black hole, and they would bend space-time a lot. I saw the question, but then it went away. Mega Ghost. Thank you for liking the live. 2 more likes, please. Then I get 20. Thank you. So the Care black hole is something that we're considering right now. So this is all sort of a theory in the sense of like they're basically theorizing what if, right? What if we fell in and it connected to a parallel universe? Because the thing is that we don't know exactly what is inside a black hole, because if you pass through the event horizon, you can't come back. Even remember, black hole is the object from which even light cannot escape. What that means is that we don't have information about the insides of black holes. So if we don't have information, then we can have imagination, and this is part of that. You can imagine these things, but I don't know if you can test them. You can contemplate these things by using your imagination. Well, we can't go the speed of light. We can go close to the speed of light, but we cannot go speed of light. We'd have to be light. So bending space-time has nothing to all massive objects bend space-time. So that's not a big deal. General theory of relativity is I don't know then. I don't know. Don't know. As strange as the idea of a Care black hole was, acting as a gateway or portal between two universes, it could not be dismissed on physical grounds because black holes are indeed spinning very rapidly. However, it soon became apparent that these black holes are not only connected to distant points in space, but also connected to times as well, acting as time machines. And this is according to this book, I'm not an expert in this, when Gödel found the first time travel solution, so this is Einstein's Cosmos by Michio Kaku, we're just kind of talking about a theory of the wormholes and such, parallel universes and such. When Gödel found the first time travel solution of Einstein's equations in 1949, it was considered a novelty, an isolated aberration of the equations. Since then, however, scores of time travel solutions have now been discovered in Einstein's equations. For example, it was discovered that an old solution discovered by W.J. van Stockum as an Stockum. I tell you some of the names here so that maybe if you're interested, you could look it up and even read some of these papers on your own. In 1936, actually allowed for time travel. The van Stockum solution consisted of an infinite cylinder spinning rapidly around its axis like the spinning pole found in old barbershops. If you journeyed through the spinning cylinder, then you might be able to return to the original spot before you left, much like the Gödel solution of 1949. Although this solution is intriguing, the problem is that the cylinder has to be infinite in length. A finite spinning cylinder will apparently not work in principle. Therefore, both the Gödel and the van Stockum solution can be ruled out on physical grounds. In 1988, so that's more close to our timeline, Kip Thorne and his colleagues at Caltech found yet another solution. So these are basically Einstein's equations are not... Einstein's equations are not trivial to solve. So when people solve them and they can show something like, oh, we solved them and we got this time travel thing to work, then it's sort of a novel thing that we can then consider. So that's the thing. Until you prove something, but if it's reasonable and if it's mathematically shown in a theory, then it's something we can consider. But generally speaking, in physics, if something is not proven experimentally, it's still considered a theory. But that doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's just a theory instead of experimentally proven. How did the known structures in space evolve? That's a great question. So, megaghost, I think you mean in the universe. So, there are a number of lives that we've been doing on cosmology and the evolution of the universe. So, just like we talked a little bit about planetology and now this, we actually dedicatedly talk about the universe and cosmology as well. So soon I will be doing that again, but if you want, you can go back to my channel live tab and find any of the lives that's either say cosmology or universe or Big Bang, and then you will see the material on evolution of the universe. So I've covered the evolution of the universe in a lot of detail, actually, or I would say in some detail. I don't want to say it's all the details are in there, but basically, I have spent quite a bit of time on talking about the universe, how it expands, evolves, etc., etc. And you're welcome to check those out. So you should go find those lives, okay? So let's quickly look at what Kip Thorne has said here. So Kip Thorne and his colleagues, and Kip Thorne is of course famous because he's written some books as well. His colleagues at Caltech found yet another solution of Einstein's equations, because you can keep on finding more and more solutions if you so wish and want to do the math, that admits time travel via a wormhole. They were able to solve the problem of the one-way trip through the event horizon by showing that a new type of wormhole was completely transversable. In fact, they have calculated that a trip through such a time machine may be as comfortable as a plane ride. So, you know what? After this discussion, we are reminded that we must read some of these books that Kip Thorne has written, because I think those would illuminate further about what this is. The key to all these time machines is the matter or energy that warps space-time onto itself. To bend time into a pretzel, one needs a fantastic amount of energy far beyond anything known to modern science. For the Thorne time machine, one needs negative matter or negative energy. No one has ever seen negative matter before. In fact, if you had a piece of it in your hand, it would fall up, not down. Searches for negative matter have proved fruitless. If any existed on the Earth billions of years ago, it would have fallen up into outer space to be lost forever. Negative energy, on the other hand, actually exists in the form of the Casimir effect. If we take two neutral parallel metal plates, we know that they are uncharged, and hence are not attracted or repelled toward each other. They should remain at rest. 1948, Henrik Casimir demonstrated a curious quantum effect. Oh, that's right. Demonstrating that the two parallel plates will actually attract each other by a small but non-zero force, which has actually been measured in the laboratory. That's right. So you can also look up the Casimir effect, Casimir, Casimir. So he's utilizing this Casimir effect, Thorne. Kip Thorne is saying time machine can be built as follows. Where take two sets of parallel metal plates. Because of the Casimir effect, the region between each set of plates will have negative energy. According to Einstein's theory, the presence of negative energy will open up tiny holes or bubbles in space-time smaller than a subatomic particle inside this region. Now assume, for the sake of argument, that an advanced civilization far ahead of ours can somehow manipulate these holes, grab one from each pair of plates, and then stretch them until a long tube or wormhole connects the two set of plates. Be my guest, go ahead. Linking these two sets of parallel plates with a wormhole is far beyond anything possible with today's technology, but now send one pair of plates on a rocket that is traveling near the speed of light, near, not at, so that time slows down aboard the rocket ship. As we discussed earlier, clocks on the rocket run slower than clocks on the Earth. If you jump into the hole within the parallel plates sitting on Earth, you will be sucked through the wormhole connecting the two plates and find yourself on the rocket back in the past at a different point in space and time. Hopefully, you really like this rocket. Since then, the field of time machines, or more properly, closed time-like curves, so that's the thing you would Google, closed time-like curves, has become a lively area of physics with scores of papers published with different designs, all of them based on Einstein's theory. Not every physicist has been amused, though. Stephen Hawking did not like the idea of time travel. He said tongue-in-cheek that if time travel were possible, we would be flooded with tourists from the future, which we don't see. So again, that's another way of saying that we don't have experimental evidence of such a thing. Can we get 20 likes? If time machines were commonplace, then history would be impossible to write, changing anytime someone spun the dial of their time machine. Hawking has declared that he wants to make the world safe for historians. However, in T.H. White's The Once and Future King, what happens to space-time? Ooh! What happens to space-time when cosmic objects collide? That's a great question. So when large, massive objects collide with each other, such as two black holes, two neutron stars, whatever, then there are a lot of release of gravitational energy. And we can even measure the gravitational waves from such an event. And we have started to with the LIGO experiment, if you're interested, MegaGhost, LIGO, Laser Interferometry Gravitational Observatory. So indeed, that's a great and relevant question, because when big things collide, because there could be like a binary of neutron stars orbiting each other, they could collide, or a black holes orbiting each other, they could collide, and oh my gosh, Baji, they're fighting. Then it basically it would create a cataclysmic event, a very big gravitational event, and we can it would release gravitational energy, which we could even maybe measure with our instrument. Okay. So this is another thing. In T.H. White's The Once and Future King, there's a society of ants that obeys the dictum, everything not forbidden is compulsory. So if you think that wormholes are not forbidden because of all the theories pointing to the fact that they could be possible, well, everything not forbidden is compulsory. Physicists take this law to heart, so Hawking was forced to postulate the chronology protection conjecture, which bans time machines by fiat. Hawking has since given up trying to prove this conjecture. He now maintains that time machines, although theoretically possible, are not practical. Hawking was alive at this time of writing this book, of course. These time machines apparently obey the laws of physics as we currently know them. The trick, of course, is to somehow access these tremendous energies available only to sufficiently advanced civilizations and show that these wormholes are in fact stable against quantum corrections and don't explode or close up as soon as you enter one. So there you go. That's a little bit on wormholes. Hopefully that addresses the topic. I am not saying at all that this is the end all be all on wormholes. In fact, I think the short answer is we don't really know. It's not very practical at this current time and technology levels. Maybe Elon Musk can build one, build the way to get into one. But until we have experimental evidence, we generally say that it's a theory and we don't really know. But it's a cool theory, and the mathematics has been done, and Einstein's equations have been solved to give us some examples, which I covered from that book, which this guy wrote right here. So hopefully that helps. Can we get 20 likes? How and when will the universe end? You know, Megaghost just gets right to the point. That's a great question. I don't know. I think we don't know. But also, I don't know. Maybe I will take that question forward and yeah, I don't know. I might have to spend a little bit more time thinking about that and thinking about you know, the thing is that I think basically it would be a number of, it would be like sharing with you the theories on it. I don't know that we know that such a thing, you know, would happen. I love it. I love it. I love it. In billions of years, after all stars will finish their nuclear fusion. Well, yeah, I don't know. I think the problem with that is that that's not necessarily something we know. And when stars die, they actually enrich the interstellar medium with their stuff. And by kind of ejecting out everything into the interstellar medium and making very metal rich, awesome gas clouds from which we come. So, you know, as in we come from such a gas cloud from previous stars. So the stars finishing up nuclear fusion is not necessarily the end of the universe, quite literally. It means the end of the life cycle for a star, but it actually enriches the universe further, okay? Megaghost has Google's good astronomy questions. Love it. I love it, Megaghost. You're the best. Some people think it's a cycle, like we expand then contract. Do you believe the middle star in Orion's belt is heaven, or do you believe in heaven? Yes, explode, but with less hydrogen that will fusion. So what I mean to say is once it explodes and makes the material go everywhere. Oh, are you asking that once we reach a point where, I see what you're saying. So this brings us back to a very relevant question, a very relevant topic, which is the ingredients that make up the universe. The ingredients that make up the universe is not just ordinary matter, right? If ordinary matter was if ordinary matter was the, you know, most important ingredient, then maybe, but the universe is made of 5 different ingredients: photons, baryons, neutrinos, dark matter, and dark energy. And I think Megaghost asked at one point, what causes I forget, I don't see the question anymore, but I think he or she asked, or they asked, whether the universe, what causes its expansion. So the most important cosmic ingredient as we speak right now is actually dark energy, which is also responsible for the universe's expansion. So because dark energy is the most, you know, biggest contributor to the critical density of the universe, which, by the way, more definitions of this and more things like this is covered in my cosmology live. So you should definitely go listen to those lives that are called Universe, Cosmology, Big Bang, stuff like that. So right now, what we have in the universe is dark energy is 70% of it, and dark matter is 25% of it. And ordinary matter, things that make up us, stars, etc., is only 5%. So to answer your question, dark energy is the reason for the expansion. We have to further understand what dark energy is. It's an open question. Dark matter is the next most important majority item. We also don't know what exactly that is. That's the second most open question. And yeah. So with the stars exploding and doing the thing like you're saying, we still have to deal with dark matter and dark energy. So I'm not sure that we're really headed towards sort of a crunch, if you will. So we will cover a big crunch at some point, but as a theory. So as a theory, the big crunch where we talk about the end of the universe is something we will cover at some point. But right now, I'm giving you the answer based on what we know right now. Right now, we have dark energy that's making us expand. We have dark matter, which plays a very important role. We don't exactly know what the dark matter is made of, but it plays a very important role in distribution of galaxies and in formation of galaxies, etc., we think. And so things ending is not really what it looks like right now, okay? It's amazing that we are dead stars, remnants, with consciousness looking back into the cosmos, trying to understand what we are stuff. We are made of stuff from stars. We're not dead star remnants, so to speak. I just want to be clear. Stellar remnants are things like white dwarfs, neutron stars, and black holes, and those are other objects. We are made of the stuff that gets spewed into the interstellar medium when a star dies and explodes and forms nebula and clouds, and then those things condensate. That's what we are. And about the consciousness, yeah, I don't know spiritually what we're from. But yeah. Ooh, can we get 20 likes, please? Can we get 20 likes? It's amazing that we're dead star. This is purely theoretical. What is purely theoretical? The universe having dark energy and dark matter, evidences of that is experimental. That is not theoretical. Ask me again, what is purely theoretical? How the heck do you remember? I just have been learning this stuff for a long time. That's all. And I did go to school for 10 years on this. After high school, that is. Through high school too, I concentrated. My focus was in the pure sciences, and then I went to another 10 years of school in this. So I should hope that I know some of this. That's not theoretical. We know that. Can we get 20 likes? We know we're from Star Stuff. It is not theoretical. Where else would be from? Any ideas? Any theories of your own? Crazy. We are from Star Stuff. Supernovae have been experimentally observed. Okay? Any other questions? I might wrap it up actually. I'm a little cold. I'm a little cold and a little... I talked a lot today. Do you know how far the biggest telescope can see? That's a great question. I don't have the number for you right now. I should look it up. Do you know how far the biggest telescope can see? That's a great question. And I don't quite have it off the top of my head. There you go. Something I don't have a memory for right now. Have you heard about the latest hypotheses suggesting that dark energy might not exist as the observation? Okay, yeah, I can stay. Have you heard about the latest hypotheses suggesting that dark energy might not exist as the observation of the acceleration of expansion with distance could be an illusion? No, I don't know much about that. Because we do have redshift data of supernovae that give us the expansion. So I don't know that. I don't know this. I don't know that we don't have expansion. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Next. What's the next question? And why do we not have 20 likes? Why? Why? Why not 20? Why not 30? You're having fun asking me the most difficult questions ever pondered. So, okay, we will keep going actually. Let me put the phone on charge and take a bathroom break. You guys don't go anywhere. Keep on asking your questions and I'll come back to them, okay? Because keep on asking your questions. Keep on asking your questions. And let me take a bathroom break. Sorry. I am so sorry. Excusez-moi. I have to use the restroom, okay? Why don't you like the live, do your part, and let me come back really quickly, okay? Oh, God. I'll be right back. Continue to continue, everyone. And can we get 30 likes? 30 likes now, please. Can we get 30 likes? Continue. Continue to continue. Andre, I have a question with how rich you are. What do you mean? I'm not that rich. I'm trying to make money. What? I have big bills. I live in Boston. I need to make more money, Doro. Come on. The Boston rent is really high. Why not turn off ads? No. I need the ad money. But also YouTube is not paying me yet. So they're making the ad money. Not even paying me yet. I get the feeling. Cable car and submarine. Batman was here earlier. Oh gosh. Mega Ghost, what's your next amazing question? Here she comes to save the day. No! I want 30 likes, Grimmy, whether you like it or not. Give me it. Give me 30 likes.
I generally start my
whoops.
topics of the day.
I'm looking at the live from my laptop
Prove this.
and it accidentally may have started it at a different point in history, like a wormhole. Mega Ghost likes the triple K point. Aww, my grandpa's from Boston. Good, I'm in Boston. When I opened my eyes, I woke up. Aww. She's not monetized. No, I'm not. Not yet. So even if they're playing ads, I'm not getting any money from that yet. But with your help, maybe I will get monetized and then maybe they can pay me. And maybe then I can afford the gas bill here, which was close to $400 this month. Doris says, what is your ultimate goal with YouTube? Well, Crazy, right now it would be great if I can get monetized, like have all the watch hours, more subscriptions would be good. Something like 1 million subscribers might be great, like as a starting point. And then sort of like a consistent, watch, like consistent viewership where I can keep on doing this and helps to support the channel would be great. KK means okay. Triple K means something very different. You know what? I was looking at that and thinking like the triple point of water. Sorry, I was thinking of it as a science thing. I was like, triple point of water, right? Is that what that is? Goon is hardcore. We're only joking, Mega. Don't worry. Mega Goon, Mega Ghost is my new friend. Everybody be nice to them, okay? Interesting. Do you still teach or are you trying to make YouTube your career? I'm seeing if I can even read this comment. So okay, Crazy, you're still here. How is everything? Some of you have been so busy making money in the real world that you have had no time for the live. I'm giving them some snack and then I'll settle down again. I'm giving them some snack and then I shall settle down. So yeah, Boston is very expensive. Even with a full-time job, it can be quite hard. And so when I was working full-time and making good money, even then, it is not, it costs money to work too, right? So with all the bills, it's actually it's quite costly, quite the costly. And so yes, I am trying to make YouTube my career at this time. We will see how it goes. But at this time, I would like to make more progress, and I put a sweater on. Ooh. I'm trying to make it more of a career. And then I get to talk about my favorite topics as well, you know. That's part of it too. Not just the money, because even though I was making good money in the real life jobs, those jobs were not always very fulfilling and made me a little bit made me a little bit, what do you call, bored. I think normal jobs make me kind of bored, and I don't know if I can do them full time, basically. I worked full time, and would do content very much more sparingly than now. I worked like more normal jobs for 6 years. Before that, I was in academia, so that's not really a normal job. But the full-time jobs, good money, saved money, you know, that was good. Invested, that's good. Those things are possible with the full-time jobs. But at this point, I just kind of want to be like doing what I like, more topics that I like. I really like these topics, and these topics are generally not a thing at those jobs. You can read my comments. Aw, says Mac tonight. Andrew needs 20 husbands ASAP. I just have that scene from the jungle. I can't see a thing. I cannot understand this English from Mac. Go Boston Red Sox. I've actually never been to a game in Boston. Unless someone makes me and pays for it, I am not going to. Not a huge sports person myself. I'd love to chill all day. Mortgage says otherwise. However, you hope you have much success in anything you strive for. Thank you! Sky's the limit. I worked for a company for 12 years and I felt like I was in jail. I wish I could be in the NFL. Oh, really? Do you like football a lot? Is that the football team? Or sorry, football. National Football League? Can we get 30 likes? So, yeah. So I'm trying out sort of seeing if I can make YouTube a career. I agree that full-time jobs can feel like jail. So I've also worked as like a subcontractor. So Doro, I don't know how you know what I made, but it's true. Like as a subcontractor, I did make a good money, hourly and all that. But so if I wanted another job, I would probably do that. Like just be a subcontractor, no, don't really care about benefits, um, and get paid money and invest it and strive for financial freedom. See, I just take everything at face value. I'm just saying you're rich. You know, you should continue to say that. Manifest it for me. Doro says I'm rich. I hope that that becomes more and more true every day. I think I am. I am abundant. But at the same time, at this point, making some more money would be great because of how I'm trying to do things. If you can make money doing something that makes you happy, then you're winning at life. Yes. So I really want to make money, like not even that much money. Basically, the point I'm at is I worked the full-time jobs and I saw what kind of money I made and what kind of savings I had. And in Boston, it's expensive. So dep- just just by simplifying life, I'm hoping to like reduce my costs a lot. And then if I can just make enough money from my various efforts, including YouTube, that just kind of covers everything, then then I should be that. Then that's my plan, because how about retirement planning? I'm assuming you're in your 30s. It's best to, yes, you should work for NASA since you know a bunch of space and our universe and dark matter. Thank you. Thank you for 30 likes. Yes, so yes, indeed. Indeed. We'll see. We'll see if I go work for NASA. Not sure. Not sure. I mean, I don't know if I would work directly at NASA. My job is to go to school. Yes, while you're still young. So I wanted to take some time and take your pick. Yeah. So I wanted to take some time to see like what I can do on my own too, because I've been working for these jobs and stuff and other people for a while. So I wanted to see what I can do when I work for myself. And even if I tried out for like a year or two, I thought that would be worth it and just something I want to try. And that's it. And even if it becomes sort of a side hustle, anything is better than nothing. Even $2. Somebody said having $2. $2 is better than $0. And I don't mind doing something like this because it's my hobby. It's my hobby. So I would do this, I would do this anyways. So I love it. Because I like it, I can do it endlessly. And that's sort of I think Reese will resonate too. It's nice to have something that you like doing and it becomes your business or something, because you can do it more endlessly. I want to be rich in happiness. Yes, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Like, yeah, I get it. The mortgage is a ton of money in Boston, but I consistently downsized my home actually for the last several years. Like I used to have a bigger home and all that. Yeah. In a different state. So, I mean, that home over there was still cheaper than, homes here in the Boston area, in the Belgium area, sorry. But instead, I'm rich in, oh yeah, what did Doris say? I always said I'd never work for upper management. Now here I am, I'm upper management. I knew it! I knew that Doro is rich, but Doro, you should keep saying that I'm rich so that I become rich now, today. Monetize me, YouTube, and start paying me. But good for you, man. Like, see, I'm in awe of all you business owners as well as job people because doing a job for many, many years, that's kind of rough. That's tough. It's like it took a lot out of me. I think I have ADHD, or well, some people say I have ADHD. I don't actually have been diagnosed, but I have like hyper focus, and I don't like doing things that I don't find interesting. So a normal job is kind of hard for me. I'll do it part time. I would say at this point, my stance is I will do part time, and I will do maybe subcontractor hourly. What is that noise? But I don't want to do a full-time job maybe like ever again where I like have to be on other people's schedules. Never give up. No, I do well. Our time is short. Yes, I gave up on being rich in happiness. Instead, I'm rich in apathy. Apathy. We don't need half the crap we think we need. Exactly, Reese. Yes, you got it. I do well for my state, but I'm definitely not rich in totality. Well, whenever you want to be, with a job that pays good, I mean, you can save and invest and get rich anytime you want, I'm sure. Plus, your upper management. I'm sure you could, like, do whatever you wanted. Never give up on life, even when it feels down. Never let go of your dreams. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to let go of my dreams. My dream life is like doing the work I want, physics, astronomy. Maybe I'll do some more research again. And then going the ocean, swimming. I have a bunch of hobbies that actually cost nothing. So that's another reason why I think I should be able to have financial freedom a little bit. Hopefully, touch wood. And, hopefully, thank you, universe, because I don't believe in spending a lot of money. Other than on home. Fuji! It's tough when you're in survival mode. I should have stayed in medical school. It bothers me to this day, but I'm extremely antisocial. Good. If we're talking about it, yeah, I've invested already. There you go. It is nice to have FU money. Well, I worked on having some level of FU money. Some level. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to try out things on my own and see what happens. I don't have ultimate FU money. If that makes sense. So like financial freedom, number of like a few $1,000,000 is what I think people need at least, right? I don't have that, but I have something, and we'll see. It would be good to have. I don't have a few million yet. What? Isn't that what people need to be financially free, or am I crazy? Isn't it like, it's like 4%? What is, so say, yes, you're crazy. What do you mean? So are you saying you need a lot more? 20 million? Well, Doro, as soon as I have a few million, I will figure out how to get 20 million. What are you saying? Be more elaborating. That's some wild girl math. What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you saying? What? Which way am I wrong? Too much or too little? Are you saying you need a lot more than few million? I'm saying hey Google, what is 4% of $2 million?
The answer is 80,000.
Holy crap, that's a lot of money. Hey Google, what is 4% of $1 million? The
answer is 40,000.
There you go. I'd be happy with that. What did she say? She wants a few mil. You need a few million to be financially independent. Just a few million. So you need just a few million to be financially free. Actually, even 1 million would be good because then you can. I'm just saying to save up to that point. I'm not saying to carry it in the pocket. So 4% of $1 million is 40,000. So yeah, some people think that they need $1 million per year to be happy. $1 million per year. So if you want $1 million per year, then you have to have a different financial freedom FU money number saved. But if you can live on 40,000 a year, then you only need $1 million. And yeah, no, I'm not a millionaire yet. So I'm not that rich. You need a few million to be financially. I wouldn't want that kind of money. What kind of money? I just want financial freedom. Whether that's with income coming in or saving and investing and having the FU money number that then you can live off of. Keep saying it, actually. I will be financially free. It's coming. Abundance mindset. Reese, what do you mean? Are you saying I'm not capable of doing it on my own? She can be an Indian queen at this point without. No. Although queens and kings actually can have a lot of debt. And a lot more expenses. Being a king or queen means that you. I hope I become wildly rich. Being a king or queen would mean that you have a lot of estate and a lot of land and a lot of people that work for you, which means that's a lot of expenses. I try to keep my expenses in check. And then I try to just... Mr. Upper Management, how am I the rich one? How? How is that even possible? How is that even possible? That's not a thing. I'm just saying I never want to work full time again. So yes, please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. I never, ever, ever want to. Good night, honey. Good night, Mega Ghost. Come back tomorrow. We will talk more physics, astronomy, cosmology. I just never want to work full time again. I only probably want to work part time if it's a job, hourly, that type of stuff. And then I want to do my own thing and make whatever freaking money If I make 20,000, 30,000 per year from YouTube somehow, that would be freaking amazing. I can live on that. Or it'll be a good starting point, you know? So this is the thing. I'll be rich if I get my next promotion, which I probably will. I'm glad we're talking about money. It's an important topic. I don't really talk about it on this channel too much, or at all really, but I'm glad we are talking about financial freedom. Why not? I'll be rich if I get my next promotion. Ooh, a promotion, which I probably will. Ooh, congratulations, a promotion. But for now, I'm just some jerk. Oh, I'm over Grimace. Grimmy, no promotion for you because you don't understand English. Crazy is saying interesting. To what? Maybe you could be like an advisor or someone who does speeches. Yeah, I'm already kind of doing that at a small scale, right? Grimmy was with me on a work trip. I know, Mississippi. Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana. Good luck with the promotion, Doro. Funny stuff. I'll share the stories sometime. Thanks. Yes. But yeah, I'm glad we're talking about money. You know who's rich is Reese. Ask him about his business. But tell us, Reese, how much do business owners make? We're sharing. How much do business owners make? Give us some inspiration. Reese quit his job and just became a rich business owner. So your husband right here, too much money is what he makes. Yeah. There's Baji. Baji Baba, Shono Mono. Oh, look at Baji. Hi, Cuddy. Hi, Cuddy. I'm not sure what you said, but thank you for being here. I don't... Let's see. Walmart. Oh! This is true. It's from Walmart. Saving money, confirmed rich. Aww. Well, that's part of the culture. I am Indian. We're supposed to be saving money. I don't know. I only just properly started. Okay, good luck, Reese. Great value water, saving money, confirmed rich. Oh my gosh. Don't really care about money. It's nice not to have to worry about it. Look at look at this guy. It's nice not to have to worry about it. And he just does his thing. All joking aside, I never judge by money. It's so lame. Our society doesn't agree. I didn't even want my current job. Got forced on me. Really? How? What do you mean? Tell us more. Did someone make you become an architect? That sounds like a lot of work. Oh, they need someone in your spot. Yeah. Yeah. Upper management. So you have to deal with people. I think I was a pretty good manager when I managed. Ooh, I was a manager. This is a manager story. I was a manager. I was not upper management. I was just a junior manager. So I was a manager during COVID. Like when COVID was starting, and the people under me I'm not just an architect. You can say I'm over all of them. Oh. I know. I meant like that's your background. I'm sure the role is called something else. Over all of them. Like a CEO, like a COO. There are CEOs attending my live. A bit judgy, but I judge off of people's common sense and critical thought skills. Yes. Same here. Same here. I'm judgy if people like hoard too much stuff. Like I guess that's fine. I mean, you can hoard all you want and crowd up the floor space in your home, I suppose. Rich manager. um Oh, I thought that message was from you. I was like, what happened to Doro? I saw it getting whatever, and I clicked on it to see what he said, but it's someone else. Got it. Doro is rich, pass it on. I know, right? He's so rich. All of you guys are. Good for you. Good. That's a good thing. Rich people in my life for relaxation, peaceful, soothing content. That's what I have to say this is, people don't really care about physics. Well, some people do. A lot of people do. Physics, astronomy, cosmology. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. But also, this is part of the soothing, peaceful, relaxation content of just someone talking. So it is, I think, something that these people, all of y'alls who are working these jobs and businesses with a lot of efforts and monies need / might want, because you need to relax after a long day. Strange comment. It's a very short way, like it's a very concise way to put that. Doro is an amazing boss. I'd say his title, but he'd probably throw something at me. Aww, dude deserves props. Let me drink and didn't report me. Oh, when when I first read that, I was like, let me drink and didn't report me. I'm thinking of it in terms of my YouTube reporting, and I'm like, drink what and reported where? You mean in your real life job? Yes, no problem. You're still a disappointment. Wow. Are you like the head of department, head of the manager, executive person? Which it's fine. You don't have to tell us. But that makes sense. That makes sense. Indeed, that makes a lot of sense. Honestly, I'm proud of the people who are climbing career ladders and doing their thing. It's a lot of work. Oh, director! Look at this, Director Doro. I am right under executive. Oh, thank you. Grimmy drank whiskey and beat people up at work. Thank you. Appreciate it. I will say, I find it to be very impressive, the people who climb the job ladder, because there is so much politicking there. All the jobs have a lot of all the jobs have a lot of politics. I don't want to say a lot, but at one of my jobs, let's just say, there was not only politics, like office politics, but like family politics. Like these people were freaking related to each other. And I don't mean at a small job or like a small company. You're doing your own thing, and that's commendable. Seriously, it's so commendable. It takes a different kind of discipline and different kind of approach and everything, but it gives you freedom. It makes hopefully means you do what you like, and that's because I like don't really want to not work. I just want to have more freedom than most people. I think Reese is like that. Like if you have your own business, pretty much means that you have that. Drank after a dinner and couldn't even walk. We were at the. So was this during a like a TDY, like a trip? We call those TDYs. I kind of miss work trips. Well, not really, actually. Do I miss work trips? Just me and a bunch of guys who are all like grimy. I think I got over like I don't miss these jobs too much because it was like me and a bunch of guys. Actually, like that, drinking whiskey after a day of all meetings. The meetings make me lose my mind, and then I don't really like whiskey. I mean, I drank wine probably, but most of them not a lot in common. Work trips get old fast. Yeah. I've had my fair amount of like nice, like exciting work trips that involved some interesting place, terrain, Antarctica, that type of thing. But I don't think I like just job. Lots of meetings all day, then dinner. Like you see your coworkers all day. From breakfast, like we would literally there were in my experience of the normal jobs, I would literally see my coworkers have breakfast together, all day meetings, dinner together. There was one job where they would go to a brewery after the full day, straight from the job, and not even get dinner. I have been a Grimmy. But because there was huge pressure to be a Grimmy, let's just say. We were in Houston. Good for you, man. I mean, I walked back to my own room and, you know. Then I still worked like the next morning. Still had to get up early and do all that. But yeah, I don't know if I really miss work trips. They were a lot. Took a lot of energy. I do what I've been doing as a hobby since I was about 5 years old, and now I get paid for it. Look at that! True wealth, true abundance when you can do that. I never went to any work functions, literally avoided them for 12 years. Look at that. Look at that. And he doesn't have to think about money. Touch wood. Good job. Good job. Keep on being that way. Save money constantly. Grimmy like me and came up with working on his tools. Hit the books and moved on up. Now party's too hard after boring meetings. These people are using their per diem, Reese. I guess I miss a per diem. That might be what I missed. I missed the money. Even then, I wouldn't go back full time. These people and their per diems. Oh my God. They're using per diem. Got some great dessert. See? The red velvet on a per diem tastes different. Yup. But yeah. I downsized my home a lot. So it's not as, doesn't cost as much. But Boston is still expensive. So YouTube money would be great. Baji's made a little money. Baji's over here playing, so I'm giving him encouragement. Baji has made a little money. Someone here. Baji, can you make more money? Baji can make a little more money. Doro is confirmed. Grimmy, I think your approach is questionable to determining this. You guys are decent people. Aw, look at us. Talking about work and per diems. It's kind of nice. Yeah. It's nice to know about other people's work experience and money and richnesses and whatever richness ideas you guys have. I mean, Audrey thinks we landed on the moon. We did land on the moon. Oh, by the way, that person you were talking about leaving the comments, abusive comments, that was part of it too. He said, you let them think, as if I am the one who lets people think. You let them think that our space program didn't do blah and blah. So it's your fault and you suck and a bunch of other things. She still thinks we landed on the moon. I do. For the record, I know. Excuse me. For the record, I know we landed on the moon. So if you're going to come at me, person, try to first to get to know our live streams, become more familiar, you know. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. So Grimmy, are you on the same team as Doro? Oh, that's right. Doro is the head of all the teams. So you are. I was Doro's apprentice. Do you think you will ever get married again or ever have children or you're content? Did I tell you that I was married? Is this some information that I know not of? I forget what the frick I've said here. Have I said that I was? I actually can't remember. What did I say? Yes, she was. What, did you look it up? What do you mean? Married to 20 rich Indian men. No, those people are not very generous actually. So it wouldn't help me. And then to Hispanic. Did I say I was? Oh, yeah. Gosh, you've been really watching my videos. And can you watch my live videos that are like long and talks about science and not my marriage videos? There's probably some stuff I made years ago. Ignore those. Ignore the old stuff. But yeah, I was married at one point, since we are already talking about that. It may just because I'm all about crazy. Can you please watch the universe lives, cosmology lives, Big Bang? Don't be so curious about my personal life. It's that's not how. Yeah. That is old news. The new news is that we talk about astronomy. No, well, just one of those things. A statistic of being married young, divorced young. One of those things. It's been a long time, so yeah, I've had time to unscathed, really? What do you know about me? But yes, unscathed. Wild-eyed. I would say yeah. Makes you stronger. Reese, again, can you see my astronomy, cosmology, astrophysics, and physics lives? Scarred. Well, everybody is a little scarred by their life experiences. I am no different. But I think at this point I've healed a lot and moved on from many, many things of the very distant past, which I don't recommend looking into. Crazy. It's like a different lifetime ago. Crazy, don't you dare. I don't think I give that much information. I hope not. Gosh, what have I done? Now Crazy is finding crazy information. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm not. Thank you. See? Believe in the astronomy. Because it's really not that interesting. Believe it or not. Say no more. Say no more. I'm good. We're good. Now I'm threatened. She's the fun YouTube lady. Thank you. I am. It's embarrassing. It's the past. You're reminding me, actually. Actually, it's like that nostril moment. Oh, do I have nostrils? Somebody mentioned my nostrils. I'll change the subject. Why? What do you mean? We have rocks from the moon. It's okay. You know what? You're just joking because you're like going, I'd rather talk about my past now. I'm like, what? That's not better. Who the heck was that? Oh. Oh, you? Shut up, Ace. Shut up. Oh my god. No! No, 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 no. And he will listen too because you're because you're the head of that department. Jeez. When years? 4. No. It's been like maybe 6 years ago. You could think of another topic, Doro. Grimmy, I think you should go to bed. Grimmy, I think you should go to bed so that you can perform better at your job that you're clearly slacking at. And this guy seems nice. So he keeps like keeping you in the team. So what brought you to YouTube? Why not Kick? What do you mean Kick? So I already had a YouTube channel. Pretty old like. I just didn't post as frequently. So I started doing content stuff in grad school. So I actually started doing content stuff in grad school as a blogger. I have a blog called howtophd.org. Oh, I don't know about that one. So whatever. YouTube is so big. What do you mean? YouTube is like the second biggest search engine. And yeah, so my main creative hobby used to be just like, it still is actually writing. So I started the blog, I write, I need to publish more writing. I write a lot. So my main thing that I've always done is to write. OJ? What's OJ? Orange juice? So anyway, if you want to check out most mannered ones, if you want to check out my blog, it's called howtophd.org. So I started that a while ago. And then I did get that monetized. And then I wrote some books. And that kind of, that's, I guess, monetized. But it's not like you get rich from all this. So I would say, yeah, the writing, the blogging, the books, investing, those are my hobbies. And then learning, just in general, learning is my hobby. Money is my hobby, making money, more of it. Making money, make money. That's my hobby. Saving money. Listen, ladies, if there's a lady on this chat, this is what you do. You save money, then you You make money, then you make money, make money. Make money, make money. You do everything else after that. What's your hobby? Money. Money, home. Oh, I like painting. Writing, that's my main hobby that I have done the longest. I'm not. I mean, maybe I'll show my paintings at some point. Writing is the main hobby. Ooh, I used to do acting, debates, dramas, singing. I used to do a lot more. Ooh, I used to play the violin. That got a little expensive. I've done a lot of things. I've found your streams to be wildly eclectic. Wait, I gotta Google that word now. Someone else said that word, and I was like, I don't think I know exactly what this means. Eclectic meaning. Yes, diverse range of sources. Oh, also, I make content on other platforms too, but like Instagram and Facebook, but like those things just never took off that much. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of hobbies, just not equally visible. I don't hate men. All of you are men, mostly. I had some pretty good men colleagues too, just some kind of annoying ones. Baji. This is my Sachi mama. This is baby to me. I've always found your streams. Oh yeah, that one. She's like low-key patronizing. I find it hilarious. Am I patronizing? Cats, physics, money, hates men. Yay! Dura is a gay man. Okay. Thems. I actually do have a lot of gay friends. I don't hate gay men. Patronizing in a funny way, not a mean way. Oh good. I do like gay men. A lot of my friends are gay men. So I guess yeah. I've always been in the male dominated fields, so I meet more men than women. But recently, I think now I have a good group of friends that's more equal. But it's still mostly it's still mostly gay men. Grimmy's jealous I got my target and he didn't. The target is the red velvet? Or you mean a job target? Job, work goal. We were talking to some girls at the hotel. Oh, Reese is interested. There you go, Reese. Here's some tea for you. Don't ask me anything. Yes, please give. Please meet Reese's tea needs. Reese, amongst us, Reese has the highest levels of tea needs, followed by Crazy, followed by Crazy. Oh my god! Oh my god! Worst euphemism I've ever heard? Well, what do you mean? Which one? Just FFS. What is FFS? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Why is no one? Oh, I see what FFS is. Okay, got it. I googled it. Red velvet cake was literally a cake I bought at the Hilton, and it was great. Red velvet is my favorite from Cheesecake Factory. So you shared your red velvet cake. Got it. And then they took a flight. Okay. Well, Reese, now you have some tea now. Don't come for more tea from me. There's more things happening in this chat than the last was what? Red velvet cake. Then what? It's just a thing in the US, Reese. It's a type of cheesecake we can get here. Ultimate red velvet is a type of cheesecake we can get in the United States of America at this pretty common restaurant called Cheesecake Factory. Where that is my favorite. What milk is made of? Hi, FL No Name. How are you? Don't mind us. We're just having a late night chat. Go back in this live if you want to hear about the science topics. B and S. I didn't know that, Reese. I'm learning now. Okay. Literally a cake I bought at the Hilton. So I don't know if this red velvet cake truly happened at the, is this is the cake catching the flights or what? Like, did you buy actual cake and eat it or not? Is someone asking me what milk is made of? What in the biology of a question is that? Or did you mean the Milky Way galaxy? I can talk about that. the Milky Way galaxy. Let me know. Super high class would have hated me. Oh. Most girls don't do what? Oh, the B and the S. Ah, we don't know what that is. I see. Look at all this sharing that's happening here. Goodness gracious me. Oh, what am I doing? I'm taking my ring off. Okay. All right. Mortified look every couple of minutes talking to us. Yeah. As soon as certain time hits, okay, let me read this. She liked my hair. Maybe I don't. Real cake. The cake was. Yes, please tell your husband about your hairstyles. Okay. Real cake was fine. Now I really need some red velvet cake from Cheesecake Factory. Where is Uber Eats? Maybe I'll just wait to get it at some point soon here. Is my computer gonna die? She was akin to a Reese. No, it's fine. It's fine. I was gonna say, feel free to feel safe to not share. It's a safe space for not sharing. Don't feel like you have to answer whatever Belgium is asking. He has a constant need for tea. Don't feel like you have to answer him. Now I want some milk. God damn. This constant need for tea that Reese has. Another massive cup. In America, we don't have cups that are any smaller. Maybe in Belgium. Planck. Planck's constant. Planck's constant. Stayed a constant. You know, Planck's constant is an important concept. Is an important number. Let me say something about Planck's constant. The drink is never finished. I didn't even make the drink because of all this drama. You know what? I'll tell you about Planck's constant more. Since you brought up Planck, I will talk about Planck's constant more. Another massive cup. Oh, you're talking about the cup still. Um, I will make, this is whey protein. This is usually where my phone is charging, but today I decided that maybe I will eat some of my whey protein. I never eat the whey protein. I just use it as a phone charging station. Protein get ripped. I'm trying. Somebody told me I need to eat more protein. Some lady at the gym, this lady at the gym who was super ripped, I asked her, I was like, wow, you have a great body. Like, do you lift a lot? I know what I lift and I'm ready to like hear a huge number. And then she's like, no, honey, it's not what you lift, it's what you eat. You need more protein and less carbs. So this whey protein is from 10,000 years ago. I'm still finishing it. I've been prompted to eat some more protein than I currently am. That's a huge glass of milk. No, I already had the whey. You think I would go out and buy whey? That costs money. I don't spend money. I already had the whey. She simply reminded me that I have whey. I use it for phone charging, but maybe I should mix it in milk and have some. She had no fat. Her whole body was just like I don't know. You can see the ribs and all the things, the muscles. Strongest lady in Belgium. I don't know, man. There's a lot of strong ladies here, which is fine. I don't need to be as strong as them. I just wanna Pixar, it didn't happen. Of the lady, you mean? She was older. Like, it was amazing. She well, she likes ribs. So she was probably closer to my mom's age. And I see her in the bathroom. I'm like trying to I go to the gym. I shiver and I thaw myself out. I take my bag. I go into the sauna. Even though the sauna made me sick that one time. Then like my bathing suit is completely frozen because I leave the car in the, or sorry, I leave the bag in the car and the car is outside. Everything is frozen in the winter. Then I like thaw everything out. I'm like taking my time. All that stuff happens before the swimming. And then I shower and sauna. So while I'm doing all this, I see this lady and I saw another lady today and she was also like ripped like that. She was like ripped. The ribs were like, and her body was like this, like completely slender, and all the ribs were there, and the abs and everything. And so I was like, you look amazing. What are you like? Do you lift a lot? Because I need motivation to lift more too. I lift, but when I say that I don't really lift as much as I should. So I lift. So here's my routine. Let me talk about my gym routine too. I lift for a little while, for as long as I can tolerate it, and then I swim. The swimming is my reward, and that's how I motivate myself to go to the gym. And also, I really like the sauna. So I do the lifting, the swimming, the sauna, shower sauna. So that's my routine, and I like it so much. Oh, shut up. Who cares? Who cares what you think? She likes ribs or whatever this is. Ribs are not. Well, she's strong, and that's a good thing. Good that she has ribs and muscles. It's fine. And the bones are getting stronger by lifting. Go for it, ladies. Her bones are getting stronger. I can't even start my whey protein. And you're talking about, when they have six-pack. Anyway, so I have the gym routine that I really like because it involves swimming and sauna. But swimming is not lifting. So I'm looking at these people and I'm like, oh my God, it's because they lift more. So I'm asking because I want some motivation to lift as well now and then. But then she's like, it's not the lifting, honey. You need more protein and less carbs. Hola, saludos desde Chile. Are you from Chile? Welcome. Alexis, welcome to the live. We're just kind of chatting right now. If you want to hear more about the science stuff, it's towards the beginning of it's rewind. Thoughts on fasting. I'm gonna have to sneeze. Apparently skipping. Oh my God. Apparently skipping is one of the best forms. Today we're talking about money and fitness. Apparently. I wasn't going to, but now we are. I want my tea. I don't want whey protein. Apparently skipping is one of the best forms of exercise. Thoughts on fasting? Well, I guess I kind of fast. Wait, is this still good? Oh yeah, it's pretty good. Can I get 40 likes? Because I decided to change the subject. Also, I don't know how it got there. Oh yeah, I was saying that I am motivated to eat the protein because these ladies are telling me that that I should eat protein and that's how you become ripped. Not that I'm trying to be as ripped as them. I was just trying to see what she is lifting, like what weight. But she didn't tell me that. She just said I need more protein, and I do. Can we get 400 likes? Yes! Can we get 40 likes? And then 400 likes? How have we gone? It's the way of the world. I changed the subject. Oh, did you change the subject? Maybe, yeah, you're probably correct. I don't remember what happened, so I'm just saying anything. Can we get 400 likes? Yes! 400 likes, 40 likes. Crazy. Get us to 400 likes now. So Crazy, aren't you the one who's like the medical student or something? Why are you asking me about fasting? I don't fast. I eat when I want and I usually forget. Um, I like really good food. I like good food, but I like eating for fun. I don't like the fact that we have to eat every day. So I eat every day for survival. Like this dream is powered by soup. No. I'm not gonna talk about no. 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 2 more likes, 40 likes. Let's go. Let's go. Do you even know English? I know what we can discuss. Oh, you wanted my perspective. I don't have perspective on diets. Actually, one perspective. I have one perspective. It's my mom's perspective. She believes in eating what you want. It's very simple, actually. She believes in eating what you want and not eating what you don't want. I wish it was sponsored and that I got the money. Some of the lives where I was showing the jewelry, they didn't even pay me. So far, I don't see any money coming from James or James, this Woodlife person, or those jewelry ads. This stream is powered by, okay, any ghost stories? Can we get 40 likes? That's all I want. That's really all I want. 40 likes. And then I'll say 50 likes. So I think these people, yeah, ASMR, it's a huge thing. Oh God. You know what I was competing with the other day? Like I had a live with very little showing up. And then I saw who else was live, and it was all tarot card readers. Maybe I'll start doing tarot readings. Like I'll talk about science and then tarot. Queen of Cups. I'm a Queen of Pentacles. Empress. I know tarot. I miss you guys, but I've been in therapy. I crapped on Joker's porch and got in trouble. Well, good night to you too, Batman. I bid you good night. And welcome to the live. Is this guy your coworker as well? Americans thinking. Oh, you missed it. We talked about science. Right now we're just doing a banter, but yes. You know what? Let's talk a little bit more about science and then I'll need to charge my phone more. What time is it? 2. It's like 2 in the morning almost. I need to make my. It's very cold. Hi Sachi, I think we have had enough treats tonight and we will now bed. Here's a cat. Oh, she's here still. She didn't run away. She didn't run away. She's here still. Baby to তুমি একটা baby to. You're such a baby. Hi, Riri. Hi. You guys want to see Baji? Baji. 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 Come, Baji. You want to say hi? Baji. Here's Baji. Here's Baji. Wait. Let's talk about Can we get 40 likes? What's your favorite lie? You call her sushi. No, Suji. S-U-J-I. What? S-U-J-I. Suji. Fuji Suji Baji. Tap on the screen. Tap on the screen. Like it right now. I love cats. Transmission of what? Now I don't know what you guys are saying. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore what people are saying. I think I'm just gonna finish my drink or try to, and then oh my god, we have 40 likes, everybody. Thank you so much. I think it's just I'm cold. That's all. It's just the sniffles. Thank you. Thank you. Here's Baji. Excuse me, don't drink my whey protein milk powder. He drank my milk the other day. I saw the word away. He drank my milk the other day. Like my cup of milk that was over there, he just went and drank it. Baji. No, just whole milk. So it was fine. Not whey protein, no. No. Because this only happens once in a blue moon. Me drinking this whey protein mix. Doesn't happen a lot. Not very common. Can we get 50 likes? Oh, that's right. Tomorrow's Saturday, so you guys don't have work. Can we get 1,000 likes? Can we get 1,000 like buttons? Press and tap. All lunar rocks are igneous, solidified lava. There are no sedimentary rocks or metamorphic rocks on the moon. The 6 Apollo missions that successfully landed on the surface of the moon returned a total of 400 kilograms of surface rocks from both Maria and Highlands. After study, lunar rocks were discovered to differ from terrestrial rocks in several fundamental respects. I just told you one of them. Who here has a weight of 400 kgs? Anyone? Lunar rocks do not contain detectable amounts of water. No water. By contrast, Earth rocks can contain as much as 3% water and nearly always contain detectable amounts of water. The iron in lunar rocks is not oxidized. Iron reacts quickly with free oxygen to form ferric oxide, so no rust. No rust. This indicates that the lunar rocks have never been exposed to an oxygen atmosphere before the plants came. Lunar rocks are depleted in volatile elements. This suggests that the rocks of the lunar crust were exposed at some point to higher temperatures than were the rocks of the Earth's crust. So the volatile elements were gone bye-bye. The higher temperatures would also explain the lack of water in the lunar crust. It was boiled away bye-bye. Good job, everybody. The moon shows no evidence of large volcanoes. I already mentioned that. That's fine. The phone will